Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor X here with Raptor X Games. Welcome back to Star Citizen's PTU for the 4.7 patch. Today we are going to be getting into some of the new combat changes. And to do that, I'm going to be getting the... trying to look for something that's a little more starter. So I do have the Aurora Mark 1 MR. I'm going to go ahead and get that, and we'll test this out, because if you are a new player or someone who's just got the base starter package, the changes that have been made to armor and damage penetration are going to make combat versus bounties a little difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll accept a contract here. Let's go ahead and find... let's go for a bounty hunter mission. There we go. So this is a tracker training. Last seen at security post Awala. I have no idea where that's actually at. Stanton system. Well, I should hope so. Let's go ahead and take that, and we're going to track this and see exactly where it's located. Oh, not too far away. Okay, good.
Can't hear. I'll be tracking your progress on the bounty. Watch yourself out there.
Oh, you know what? There we go. They've changed the door location. There's a gold standard on this. So we've still got 2 size 1 laser repeaters, it appears. Let's take a little look around here. So it looks like they've changed the bed slightly. At least the entrance to getting all into here. Did they still have... Yep, they've still got the storage down here at the bottom. Oh, we've got a little fire extinguisher there as well. Nice. It feels like this interior portion here has changed slightly as well. Let's go ahead and get into here, and I'll swap out my joysticks as well. There we go. Alright, so we do have 1 extra pip that we can put into something here. Turn my shield generator on. Ooh, they're very, very underpowered apparently. Right off the bat. I'm going to go ahead and reduce this so that I've got just base cooling on. And I'm going to go ahead and put 1... You know what, I'm going to put those into engines just to give us a little more maneuverability.
Looks like you're all set to leave.
And we'll go ahead and we'll get permission to take off here. I guess one of the first things that I would want to do if I were flying one of these on a daily basis would be see about getting hold of a better power power generator, power plant, because that's going to severely limit the usability of the ship. You can always reduce the radar range. I would be getting a less power hungry radar unit as well pretty quickly. Alright, we've gotten high enough in the atmosphere that we can go ahead and jump out of here, so I'm going to go ahead and jump up to Seraphim Station. Oh, that's interesting. And we'll wait for the inevitable pop in there. There we go. Alright. And it looks like we are going to be heading over to Selin for the mission today.
Auto drive is now on. Auto drive is now off.
It does look like they have fixed the texture pop-in problems, or the, not pop-in, but the planetary texture is not displaying properly.
Auto drive is now on.
And it looks like we're also aligning to the orbital plane now when we're quantum traveling, which is interesting. I wonder if that's a VR choice.
Auto drive is now off.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and approach our target here. The Aurora, at the very least, does have a pretty decent top speed. At 1227, that places it in the higher speed category. It's definitely got some interesting new there we go. This one's not got a whole lot of G resistance to it, apparently. And I am not seeing any targets here, unfortunately. Lots of signatures over here. That's the new scanning. So we've got they've made a change to the scanning mode for these. We've now got like a Grecium, or we've got, as you get closer to it, you'll start to see, just like with the gems, you have like Dolphine, or you'll have goodness, you can see a very long way out now. There you go, Terranite. So they've changed the way that works. Definitely not seeing any targets here. Aphrite. Take a look over here at this one and just kind of see what we're looking at here. Oh, some more aphrite there. Lots of scans there. Quartz, raw silicon. And then if we zoom in a little bit further on these, we can actually scan each of these rocks to get a look at what these are. Let me go ahead and trigger the scan here. There we go. So we've got quartz. And if we go ahead and go to the... Oh, it's not telling us what else is in there. Power resistance, quartz. Inert material, hephaestonite, and silicone. There you go. So it kind of tells you what else is in the rock. Although quartz is the main component there. I have to go ahead and return back to the security post here. Just see. There we go. Quartz, raw silicone, hephaestonite. So it looks like, you know, once you've found one rock, they follow a predictable pattern as to what all is contained in them. You might have a base terranite rock here, which you know, each rock displays with the highest percentage of what is in them, and then you can scan to find out what else is in the rocks. Scan this one as well and just kind of see what sort of things are going to show up in a terranite rock. If we can get it to pick up. Yeah, not showing up on that side of things. All right. Well, let's go ahead and we'll head back to the security location here. Maybe we'll actually get it to spawn this time, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe? Nope, that's just a ground target that hadn't updated. Alright, well, we've got nothing as far as a tracker permit. So, I'm going to go ahead and we'll cancel this one and we'll see if we can... Preliminary bounty. Be on foot. Alright. Let's try this one. We'll see if this one will work.
You know, sometimes if you're not feeling a job, it's best to just walk away.
Or it's bugged.
Hey, it's Ken.
The
Saw that you're picking up another bounty.
Photon drive is now on.
the only downside of these stupid bounty hunter reps that come up, or you know, really any of the NPC rep people or whatever that come up, so they get annoying when you have to drop it because of a bug.
Photon drive is now off.
I'm very glad to see the textures working. That was one of the most annoying bits, personally, about flying over to a planet or something like that, is you were presented with this digital checkerboard of poorly rendering or not rendering textures, ground textures not working, all that kind of stuff. It looks like they've finally fixed that, so I shall very much enjoy approaching planets once again. Alright, I'm scanning for all targets. And once again, we are not seeing any. Not seeing any targets. So unfortunately, it appears that our tracker training permit mission is broken. So we're not going to be able to do that today. Let's see if there's any other missions. Mercenary, perhaps? No, a combat gauntlet. There we go. Let's see if this one will work. Get out of atmosphere here. It's definitely something with Darcis and still being in an alpha. Has been for a long time now. You will frequently run into bugs, so if you're not a fan of that sort of thing, or if you can't deal with those, it's not the game for you yet. All right.
We'll get started in a moment.
I wonder if they're going to update the mission briefing to let you know you're going to need a bigger ship.
Looks like you got inbound. Weapons free.
Shields on.
And ooh, we've got ice now in the yellow belt. It appears that we just don't have NPC ships spawning today. See if we can jump out and jump back in and see if that'll fix it.
Bottom drive is now on. Bottom drive is now off.
Sometimes you can do that, it'll re-trigger.
Bottom drive is now on. Bottom drive is now off.
Maybe? Oh, yeah, good point, because of the radar changes. Nope, that's ice. This is going to be really annoying. They're just not showing up.
Shields on.
Well, that is going to be extremely tedious.
Shields off.
Definitely not seeing any ships here, so more debris. Alright. Seems like there's quite a bit of that available out here. Just not working. Lots of debris available. Alright, well, trying to think. You know what? The PAF stations always have some. Let's go out to Daymar. And we'll see if we can get some combat there just to demonstrate the differences. I don't think any of those have got heavy armor on them. The Mantis may, but I don't think so. Although that might technically qualify as a medium ship, so we will see. Wow. It feels like they've maybe added more locations, or changed perhaps how those locations display. Because I feel like I'm getting a lot more pickups.
Bottom drive is now on. Bottom drive is now off.
Do a couple of pings here and just see if we can pick up any NPCs or any ships in the area. Oh, there we go. Alright, perfect. So we do have some NPCs now. We'll go ahead and swap out.
Shields are on.
Swap to nav mode, or not swap to SCM mode here. There we go. So there've been some changes. Radar now does not show up like your, not radar, but your pip doesn't show up until you're within about 1,000 meters. So engagement ranges are going to be changing quite a bit because of that. You're not going to be shooting people from, 2k out. Goodness, I forgot how underpowered the Aurora is.
Enemy down.
Alright, so we've got no problem taking out the light.
Radar contact.
Let's see if we've got... There's another Aurora. We've got a prospector here. Let's see if we can get some...
You and me. Let's do
Oh,
this.
goodness. Whoa, that was a bit of lag there. See if we can find a Mantis. No, that's another prospector. Another prospector. Looks like we've got our choice between prospector, prospector, and prospector today. Hang on, did that one just blow up? I think that one might have just blown up spontaneously.
Shields damaged.
Taking a little bit of fire there. We'll go ahead and see if we can dodge that. So as you can see, the shields are coming down now, as you'd expect. Well, it feels like they've buffed those quite a bit as well. Maybe it's just... Oh, goodness! Well, it appears that NPC avoidance is very, very much not up to par on this one. We just had a prospector ram another one. Alright, well, one left. Go ahead and see if we can get... Is it? Oh goodness. But as you can see now, I'm clearly hitting this ship. The lasers are clearly contacting it.
Shields damaged.
But it doesn't appear that they're actually doing any damage. You might get a little bit, you know, if you're hitting a shield component or something like that. But I'm not actually getting any damage registering. A little bit maybe on the engine there. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swap over to scan mode here. And we'll just take a look and see if we can get a scan on it. Go to mouse and keyboard here since I don't have my... Oh, never mind. Well, we won't be able to get a scan on it. But they've changed the way that armor works now. I'm going to go ahead and we'll jump away from the OLP here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up Urkel. And we'll take a look and see what's happening here. Close that, since I can never seem to log in anyway. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look, and we're going to take a look at the prospector here. So we're going to go down to MISC. Prospector. And if we're looking at the 4.7.0 PTU up here, there's this new deflection check button down here. And we can look through here, and as you can see, the CF-117 laser repeaters are deflected. You cannot do damage to the prospector with a CF-117. So to actually do any of these combat missions where you are dealing with something that has this heavier armor on it, or even just basic armor, you need to be upgrading to a size 1, either an NDB or a size 1 ballistic cannon, one of these long swords, an FL-111 laser cannon. Basically what this means is that laser repeaters have been pretty effectively nerfed, and to do actual damage to the ship other than just taking down the shields, you'll need to upgrade to a laser cannon to actually be able to do damage. Because your repeaters will be able to chew through a shield, but the penetration damage on these laser repeaters is just not high enough to actually make it through the armor on these. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see if we can find... There we go. No, we don't need that. Let's go ahead and close out this. And we'll select our Aurora. Oops. RSI. Aurora. Mark 1 MR. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and we'll take a look here, and we're going to look for the FL series. There we go, FL-111. And we'll see where we can purchase one of these. Dumpers Depot at Area 18. That's a bit of a flight for today's video. Let's see what else we can find that would fit through there. Longsword. Her L2, New Babbage, Mick L2, her L3. That's also a bit of a ways away. Omninsky 3. There we go. Those should repeat. Those should go just fine. Let's take a look here and see. Cousin Crows at Orison. Excellent. 3 Mick 2 Area 18 New Babbage. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll head back to Orison. And unfortunately, we've run out of time for today's video. So tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll get a couple of those. And we'll fit those on here. And we'll see what sort of damage we can actually do with those at that point. But for those of you who are just flying around in the stock Aurora, you're definitely going to need to make some changes to your weapons loadout to be able to really do any effective damage to ships that have any sort of armor component to them. Light fighters like the Arrow and that kind of stuff you can still do some damage to because you can get passed through on the level 1 lasers, or size 1 lasers like this. But the laser repeaters have been very effectively nerfed as far as like the CF series and that kind of stuff. The attritions are still doing some decent damage. But yeah, for all of you Aurora pilots out there, or any of them that have just size 1, you're going to have to upgrade the cannons to be an effective bounty hunter, because you're stuck with just size 1 lasers, or size 1 ballistics, of course, but size 1 mounts. Those have been very effectively nerfed. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you found this to be helpful or have just enjoyed the content. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Ta-ta.